8:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Romesh Piris and read by J. Yogaraj. First, the headlines. The President declares open Kanugaha model village built by the Air Force. The new Harvest Festival, the offering of the first half of the harvest to Lord Buddha, is being celebrated for the 54th time this year. The Archbishop of Colombo urges the government to take immediate action against those named as respondents in the final report of the Presidential Commission of Inquiry into the Easter Sunday attack. Reduced prices of several essential commodities available at island-wide Satos outlets from tomorrow. The number of COVID-19 recoveries recorded in the country is on the increase. Extreme caution, heat advisory issued for several areas. News overseas. The Pope, in his Easter message, slams weapons spending in time of pandemic. In sports cricket, skipper Bauma's 92 and David Miller's 27-ball 50 put South Africa in complete control of the match. And those are the headlines. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa today vested in the public the Kanugaha model village constructed by the Air Force at the request of the President after listening to the grievances of the villagers during the fourth discussion with the village Gama Samaga Pilisandara program held in Kebedigolla, held on the 30th of December last year. Despite the end of the civil war, villagers continue to experience many serious economic and social problems. The President instructed the relevant officials on the day to provide solutions as soon as possible. The President, who arrived in Kanugaha today, first visited the Abhinavarama temple and engaged in religious observances. President Rajapaksa, who visited the Kanugaha primary school premises, handed over the keys of 12 newly built houses and the teachers' quarters to the owners of the respective houses and the principal. The National Alut Sahal Mangalya, one of the most venerated ancient agricultural rituals to offer the maiden harvest of Maha-season to the Lord Buddha, was held today under the patronage of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa at the sacred Sri Mahabodhi premises. It is an annual custom to set aside the first portion of the recently received harvest to prepare Buddha Puja. The event was organized by the Ministry of Agriculture and the Department of Agrarian Services for the 54th time under the guidance of the Chief Incumbent of Attamastana, Venerable Professor Pallegama Srinivasa Nayaka Thero. A large number of farmers from different parts of the country were present at the traditional ceremony with the hope of receiving blessings of the nature and the triple gem to receive timely showers, a bountiful harvest and prosperous economy for the country. This news comes to you from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
The Speed Investment Plan from Sri Lanka Insurance. Give a high five to life.
His Eminence Cardinal Malcolm Ranjith has urged the government to take immediate action against the former President Maithripala Sirisena and others named as respondents in the final report of the Presidential Commission of Inquiry into the Easter Sunday attack. The Cardinal, addressing media after the Easter Sunday service at St. Anthony's Shrine, Kochigade, this morning, questioned the former president's leadership capabilities since the bomb attack on the country's people took place under his tenure. Moreover, the Cardinal also requested the authorities to take action against the senior DIG who had prior knowledge of the attacks but failed to take action. Meanwhile, the Archbishop's media unit says the Cardinal visited the St. Anthony's Shrine in Kochikade and St. Sebastian's Church in Katuapitia churches this morning and inquired into the well-being of the devotees. The two churches were targeted by suicide bombers on Easter Sunday in year 2019. The number of coronavirus infections recorded in the country has increased to 93,392. The Department of Government Information said 97 persons tested positive for the virus thus far today. Meanwhile, the number of COVID-19 recoveries recorded in the country increased to 90,208 after 187 patients recovered and were discharged during the past 24 hours. Accordingly, 2,605 persons are currently receiving treatment for the coronavirus at several facilities. 2 COVID-19 related deaths have been recorded today, increasing the country's death toll to 581. The Met Department has issued an extreme caution heat advisory for several parts of the country. The department stated hot climate conditions will prevail throughout the island in the coming few days, and the conditions are expected to continue throughout the monsoon season, which is currently affecting the country. The Met Department further stated that on the apparent northward relative motion of the sun, it is going to be directly over the latitudes of Sri Lanka from tomorrow till the 14th of April this year. The nearest areas of Sri Lanka over which the sun is overhead are Talwatta, Baddegama, Dediyawala, Mulatiyana and Udamalala in the afternoon. The police say 13,320 motorcyclists have been charged in the 3-day island-wide operation carried out to reduce the number of accidents involving motorcycles. The police media spokesman DIG Ajit Rohana said that 450 motorcycles unfit for use of the road have been seized during the operation carried out island-wide during the past 72 hours. Among the charged were 398 drunken motorcyclists, 139 for driving recklessly, 108 speeding motorcyclists, 1,997 motorcyclists without helmets, 1,303 persons for riding without licenses, and 2,806 for violating traffic laws, and 6,186 for various other offences. And that's local news.
Introducing Speed Investment with Sri Lanka Insurance, the only insurance policy that increases your sum assured by 5% every year for the same premium amount. You also get a bonus payment at maturity. What better plan to have when you can invest now and relax later? The Speed Investment Plan from Sri Lanka Insurance. Give a high five to life. Sri Lanka Insurance. Like a father, like a mother.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Trade Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena says the government has decided to reduce the prices of several essential food commodities in view of the upcoming Sinhala and Tamil New Year. The relevant food items can be purchased at reduced prices from Sathus outlets starting from tomorrow. And that was main news.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
In Moshlight, the police say many thefts are being reported at public places largely due to the upcoming festive season. The police media spokesman DIG Ajit Rohana instructed the public to pay attention to increasing incidents such as gold chain snatchings, pickpocketing and the thefts of motorcycles and three-wheelers. He stressed on the need to take precaution on one's belongings and vehicles when going out in public. And that was Watchlight.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
the best discount in this Urdu season, People's Leasing Polybasi. Enjoy an interest rebate of 25% from People's Leasing for all the leasing facilities during this Urdu season. Call 011-206-300 for more details. Conditions apply.
People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines first. The Pope, in his Easter message, slams weapons spending in time of pandemic. The Afghan leader proposes peace roadmap in 3 phases. Egyptian mummies paraded through Cairo on way to the new museum. And those are the headlines. Pope Francis urged countries in his Easter message today to quicken distribution of COVID-19 vaccines, particularly to the world's poor, and call armed conflict and military spending during a pandemic. Coronavirus has meant this has been the second year in a row that Easter Papal services have been attended by small gatherings at the secondary altar of St. Peter's Basilica. Afghan President Ashraf Ghani will put forward a three-phase peace roadmap for Afghanistan during a proposed meeting in Turkey, seeking an agreement with the Taliban and a ceasefire before elections. Washington is pushing for a conference to be hosted by Turkey, with the UN involvement this month to finalize a peace deal between the government and the Taliban, as a May 1st deadline looms for the withdrawal of all foreign troops. A grand parade yesterday conveyed 22 ancient Egyptian royal mummies in special capsules across Cairo to a new museum named where they can be displayed in greater splendor. The convoy transported 18 kings and 4 queens, mostly from the New Kingdom, from the Egyptian Museum in central Cairo's Tahrir Square to the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization in Fustat. And that's World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of
The best discount in this Urdu season, People's Leasing Polybasi. Enjoy an interest rebate of 25% from People's Leasing for all the leasing facilities during this Urdu season. Call 011-206-300 for more details. Conditions apply.
People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development News is brought to you by CIB New Year offer. Valuable gift vouchers for every bill payment during 1st to 10th April. 20% discount for bank card holders. Our place, our product. CIB.
The Sri Lanka Land Development Corporation has recognized the flood minimizing projects to be implemented during 2021 for minimizing floods occurring within Colombo and its suburbs, as well as out of Colombo, and ensuring environmentally sustainable urbanization. The Cabinet of Ministers granted their approval to the proposal furnished by Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa as Urban Development and Housing Minister for the implementation of the said projects, utilizing 2,800 million rupees allocated to the Sri Lanka Land Development Corporation for 2021. And that was Development News.
Development News was brought to you by CIB New Year offer. Valuable gift vouchers for every bill payment during 1st to 10th April. 20% discount for bank card holders. Our place, our product. CIB.
In sports cricket, big contributions at the top of the order took South Africa to 341 in their bid to level the 3-match ODI series at Wanderers. In the annual Pink ODI to raise money for breast cancer awareness, 92 runs from South African new captain, ODI captain Themba Bavuma, led the charge against a listless attack, and contributions from Quinton de Kock and David Miller's 50 off 27 balls served the perfect goodbye present from 2 men set to leave for the IPL before the 3rd ODI, going a long way to ensuring the series will still be up for the grabs, the hosts in complete control right throughout the innings. Pakistan, chasing a target of 342 runs, were 183 for the loss of 5 wickets after 33 overs short while ago. And that was sports news.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
In collaboration with the Ministry of Environment and Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation, Daila Kasiata PLC signed an MOU to empower the Nakatata Palayak program under the Husma Denaturu initiative in lieu of the upcoming Sinhala and Tamil New Year. These 2 programs were initiated to create awareness and inculcate a culture of preservation and urban forestry across Sri Lankan homes. The designated tree planting auspicious time at 6:40 a.m. on the 16th of April 2021. And that was Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Sri Lanka's state-run Bank of Ceylon is planning a 10 billion rupees venture capital fund after seeing high balance sheet growth in 2020, with group gross assets growing 22.8% to 3 trillion rupees. Bank of Ceylon chairman Kanchana Ratwatte says a 10 billion rupee venture capital fund is being planned, which will target startups, export-oriented companies, import substitution companies and IT sector businesses. And that was economic news.
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue in partnership with the Ministry of Education introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
The Met Department says mainly fair weather will prevail over most parts of the island. On the apparent northward relative motion of the sun, it is going to be directly over the latitudes of Sri Lanka from the 5th to 14th of April this year. The nearest areas of Sri Lanka over which the sun is overhead tomorrow are Telwatte, Baddegama, Dediyawala, Mulatiyana, Agunukola Pelasa and Udamalala at about 12:13 in the afternoon.
Weather report was sponsored by
Dialogue in partnership with the Ministry of Education introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
Before we conclude this news podcast, let's look at the main points once again. The President declares open Kanugaha Weber model village built by the Air Force. The new Harvest Festival, the offering of the first half of the harvest to Lord Buddha, is being celebrated for the 54th time this year. The Archbishop of Colombo urges the government to take immediate action against those named as respondents in the final report of the Presidential Commission of Inquiry into the Easter Sunday attack. Reduced prices of several essential commodities available at island-wide Sathos outlets from tomorrow. The number of COVID-19 recoveries recorded in the country is on the increase. Extreme caution heat advisory received for several areas. And with that, we conclude this news podcast of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.